Hi, this is kind of a continuation from day 6. As I mentioned previously, I was kind of concerned about trying to do the whole 10 miles, but more than half of the group wanted to get off the trail and get the whole thing finished, and as it ended up being, it was probably pretty good that we did. We got to where I thought we were going to stop for the day, and that was the shelter, but it was pretty deep in the woods. There wasn't a lot of area to play with, and we also seemed to be pretty deep in mosquitoes and bugs, and nobody really wanted to stay there. So we went on up the trail a little bit and got to what was called Wallace Gap, and just beyond Wallace Gap there was a good-sized waterfall. Most everybody kind of took a break there, took their shoes off and got their feet kind of wet in the nice cold running creek, and that seemed to revive just about everybody who stopped. Gave us a chance to kind of catch your breath, and just, you know, getting the boots off is always a big thing, and getting your feet kind of refreshed is a big help on the trail, and that seemed to revive most everybody. We had a little hill to climb, and at the top of that hill there was a campsite area, and I was content to stay there. It left us about two more miles to finish up, but Micah and Matt had already gone on ahead a little bit, and the rest were coming up, and so we waited until the rest of them got there. And once Alex and Autumn got there, I just asked them, "Do you feel like you can do the other two miles?" And they said they felt up to it, so on we went. And it was probably okay that we did. It was a pretty steady decline. It was easy walking. It wasn't anything really difficult or anything. And we had the whole thing finished before about, I think everybody finished about 8 o'clock. I sent Dusty, Renee, and Micah onto the car to try to get them back. And if they could have gotten back in time, we were going to go ahead and pull up and come on up to the Nantahala Outdoor Center, because most of the girls especially were looking for a hot shower. But as it turned out, we got everybody there within about 20 minutes of the first group finishing. The people who went to get the car kind of got lost a little bit, and it took them some time. But after, it was good just getting everybody finished. The trail was done. We felt like we had accomplished our objective. So we began looking for a little bit of a campsite to kind of make camp, so we pull out here early the next day. And where Dusty and them had dropped, there was a little place, but it was very hilly, and I was concerned that with it being on such a, there was no flat spots, it would be difficult to sleep. So we went across the street at Winding Stair Gap. We went on across the road there, and I found a pretty flat little area where you could kind of pitch a tent. And as it got dark and no return of our drivers and our cars, we went ahead and set up camp, and that way when they did return, everything would be set up. We weren't trying to do anything, mostly in the dark. I guess it was about 9:30, about 30 minutes after nightfall, when Renee, Dusty, and Micah finally got back. We went to where our camping area was. It was a service road that was right beside the trail on the other side of the road, is where it was at. Everybody was happy to be done. You could kind of see that sense of accomplishment, and we all had a good meal of ramen, and it was just good knowing that we were done. We went on the bed pretty much from there, and everybody seemed to sleep pretty good. We got up the next morning, broke camp. Everybody had a quick breakfast, Pop-Tarts or breakfast bar or something, and everything was rolled up into our vehicles. We took final pictures kind of leaving the trail there at Winding Stair Gap, and we went on into Franklin. The first major concern was coffee. And so Dusty hit his GPS unit and found a coffee shop in Franklin, and after about, what, 40 bucks a coffee? After about 50 bucks worth of coffee, little muffins or biscotti, we just kind of enjoyed it. It was nice to be off the trail. We did a little sightseeing there in Franklin, a couple of rock museums and stuff, and then we came on up here to Nantahala Outdoor Center. Everybody got a hot shower for the first time in about 7 days. It just seemed to bring everybody's spirit there. Friday was just kind of since we were off the trail, and that was our last day to be on the trail, it was a good day to just kind of rest and relax. We found a little campground right here on the Nantahala River to kind of camp. All the kids went with Dusty to a swimming place down below the Nantahala Outdoor Center. Renee and I went to town and did laundry because everybody's clothes were smelling bad. And so we got back, had a good supper, bought some hot dogs, marshmallows, and watermelon, and we just it was kind of a good day to get back to the civilization. But as you can see, we're right here on the Nantahala River. Right now the river's down. They've kind of dammed up the top of it to ensure that when we get in our raft coming down later, that where I'm standing now will rise about 2 more feet of water, and it'll be a good time, kind of a good way to end our trip, have a little fun, splash everybody in some good cold water, and good way to end our trip. And hope this has been helpful. Hopefully those of you who are kind of viewing this